What's going on, guys? Haven't really filmed a lot on the first gen. I cut my finger taking the the steering gearbox apart, and it was a pretty good one. Cut it on the metal shim where the pitman shaft goes through the gearbox. So I haven't really videoed after that. I mean, where we left off in the last video is pretty much where I'm at now. I've got the new tie rod ends on. I've got the center link on, and I've got the gearbox in. I rebuilt it. I finished rebuilding it, and me not knowing what in the heck I'm doing, it leaks worse now than it did before. So I broke down and ended up buying a redhead steering gearbox. Didn't want to spend the money, didn't really have the money to spend, but went ahead and ordered it. Don't want to fight the problems that I'm having. Ended up also rebuilding the steering shaft, the OE one. So that's all rebuilt. It's all put back together, aligned, but I've got to pull the steering gearbox back off when the new one comes in, because they charge a core charge. So I've got to mail it back to I forget the name of the diesel place I ordered it, but got to mail the core back to them. But I'll get a video as soon as I can of putting that on. It's a little less in-depth. You only got a few things to do to get it out. So you got to pull your steering shaft from the steering wheel. You got to pull that off, pop your pitman arm off, and then there's like 4 bolts on the 2-wheel drive models that you take out. So I'll do that. I'll get a video of that, and we'll go from there. My plan is to tear the donor cab off of the donor truck, but with my truck not running, I don't really have anything to pull a trailer, so that's gonna have to wait until my truck's back on the road. I took a test drive around the block, and needless to say, after filling up the power steering pump, I made it around the block and it was empty again. Is how bad it's leaking. So I don't know if I pinched a seal or an O-ring when I was putting it together, but things happen. I mean, I don't know everything. I mean, it's not really difficult to rebuild them. You just got to pay attention to what you're doing, and I was in a hurry and rushed it, and I don't want to mess with it. I need my truck back. It's how I make money. So we'll go from there. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But hopefully here within the next, I don't know, week, it should be in. It said 3 to 6 days for the gearbox to come in, get it put on, and then hopefully by next weekend I can get the cab off of that other truck. It's supposed to be off the full week of the 4th of July, so get that cab and start patching some rust in the rockers. I'll video that. Not too difficult. Just, I'm not going for a show truck. I'm just trying to lessen the amount of rust it has on it. So we'll go from there. Also video that. I have a way to get the frame sandblasted, so I might go ahead and pull everything off the bed and sandblast the frame, and then I think it's pour 51 or pour 91, I don't know what the heck it's called, but that frame coating paint, I'm going to coat the frame. Frame's in really good shape. There's hardly any rust on it at all, mostly just surface rust. So we'll get the frame coated, and might put a welding bed on it or go back with the original bed. Just depends on finances. So we'll go from there. Thank you guys for tuning in.